Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Adi and you are watching the grand finals of the XDL. That's right, we are playing for the championship. And let me ask you, was there ever any doubt? Other than weeks 8 through 10, I don't think so. Back when Joe approached me like 3 months ago, asking if I wanted to participate in this league, I really wasn't sure. I hadn't done a draft league before. It's a pretty unusual style of content for my channel, and I didn't really know how to feel about it. And so I asked a couple friends who had been in front offices for the WBE teams back when that draft league was happening, and they said, it can be a lot of fun, but it is also a lot of work. You got to build the team, play test, edit the team, get the team on cartridge, record the intro, play the game, edit the video, and then repeat that every single week for what has now been 13 weeks. And I thought about it and I said, if I'm going to put in that amount of work, I better win the entire thing. I'm not doing that for 3 months just to get top 8. If I'm going to do that, I'm going to need your help. That's what I told them. And so here I am, and I couldn't have done it without them. So I want to start this video out with a huge shout out to the people who have helped me along this draft journey. So thank you so much to Crawl Shots, Miss Salami, and Mike D'Angelo. You all have been amazing, and I couldn't have gotten this far without you guys helping me week after week after week. Also, I got to give props to some other people who've helped me, not so much with playtesting every week, but occasionally with team building. When I got stuck, I had Kunal, Gavin, and Tommy to help me figure things out. And lastly, I got to give a shout out to JamieBoyt, my finals opponent, and it'll be clear why in a second. But about Jamie. Jamie is a phenomenal player. I know I've said that really often, but it is worth repeating. This league was stacked. Boyt top cut the world championship twice, in 2016 and 2019. In 2019, he went undefeated at Worlds with Salazzle and Breloom before losing in top 16. And no one was using Salazzle or Breloom in 2019 except for on that team. That just really exemplifies his creativity in team building and how he's managed to use that to his success. He's just known worldwide for his using these random Pokemon and creative movesets. In Generation 7, he was one of the most active content creators in the VGC space. He's uploaded a little less often in Generation 8. I think he's just not really feeling the current format, but of course, you should check him out. If you want to learn how to prepare for events like a champion, go watch his preparation for European Internet in 2019. That's one series that really helped me improve as a player. Wolf also did a very similar series back then, and it is a little dry. It's not as compelling as some of the more modern content, but it is just super, super informative, and it's the type of content that I guarantee will help you improve as a player. So looking at Jamie's team, he had a weird run in XDL, partially because he started out as one of my helpers. He originally had expressed interest in joining, but was passed up, so I reached out to him to see if he wanted to help with my team. He was a really important presence in the draft for us. The Poltergeist was a Pokemon that he heavily vouched for example. He's been a helper in the WBE, and he's played in the MBL, so he has a lot of experience with this sort of thing, and was a really, really valuable presence in my chat. He also was pretty active in the first couple weeks of the season for us, with team building and whatnot, and the last thing he did was he convinced me to pick up Nidoking, and you guys have seen how important that Pokemon has been for us. This is around week 3 or 4, and Alex Gomez, who was originally in the league, kind of just stopped playing. He had started 2-0, and then didn't play the next 2 weeks, so we needed a replacement, and Boyt took the team over. And of course, he made major renovations to the team. He was given unlimited transactions for the first week, and despite taking on 2 activity losses in that time period, Boyt finished the season 6-4. And then, of course, made it all the way to finals. So if you ignore the 2 losses that happened while there was no captain for the team, the Smugleafs went 8-2 on the season, which would have been second in the league, which is better than our record, but it's probably appropriate that he's going to finish the league in second place. Okay, so regarding the actual team, Jamie hates Tapu Fini. He could not trade it in because there wasn't another good tier 1 to pick up, but if you watch his videos, he will reluctantly bring it every single week, and it will put in work every single week because it's just a good Pokemon, even though he wants to deny it. Kartana and Xurkitree are obviously really powerful attackers on either end of the spectrum. Dragonite is another really powerful attacker that can set up a little more with Dragon Dance. He has a Nidoking because he has a Nidoqueen because we picked up Nidoking right before he got control of the team, which is actually really important because Nidoqueen is slower than Nidoking. It's a little bulkier, but I don't think the bulk is going to come up this format. Weavile and Articuno are his two favorite leads. He will almost always lead one or both of them. Weavile obviously enables stuff, be it through Fake Out or like a random support move. He's used Icy Wind, he's used Power Herb Dig on it. He can use like Fling on it. He can use Ice Shard to proc a weakness policy. He's got a lot of options as far as Weavile goes. While Articuno is also this phenomenal support Pokemon with Tailwind, Trick Room. It has screens. It has a bunch of other like random support moves, and it can also Dynamax. Togepi is like surprisingly annoying redirection. Mike has been telling me to run Iron Ball Stakataka all week to counter Iron Ball Togepi, but I was not willing to give up an item slot just to cover that one potential interaction. So I really hope he's not proven right. Marowak and Zapdos are damage dealers. I don't think he brings Galarian Zapdos, but Marowak's Lightning Rod can be annoying for sure if I'm using Thundurus, which I am. And then there's Cottony, which is a Pokemon that he won a regional with in 2016, so he picked it up even though it doesn't get Tailwind anymore. So I don't really know what he's planning on doing with it. Overall, I expect Weavile, Articuno, Alolan Marowak, one of Xurkitree and Kartana, Tapu Fini or Dragonite, and then maybe a support Pokemon. But this is JamieBoyt we're talking about, so he's really creative. He really could bring anything. Okay, so looking at my team, it really is pretty standard. That's been the motto for the last couple weeks. Reactive play had turned out really poorly for us in the last weeks of the regular season, and so the goal here is just to outpace him. Also, reactive play doesn't really work when your opponent is so unpredictable. You need to like know what you're facing down in order to game plan against it, and I have no idea what I'm going to face because this is JamieBoyt we're talking about. But we've got a couple of different ways to outpace him. The first is in Trick Room with Stakataka. This is why Iron Ball Togepi with After You might be a little problematic. If he doesn't bring Nidoqueen, he's just going to have a really hard time KOing this thing. It's really good into Articuno and Weavile, his two favorite leads. And I'm running Choppleberry because I respect the Kartana a lot. And maybe it's supposed to be a Shuca Berry for a Nidoqueen, but I think I'm going to need this thing to beat Kartana, maybe even after some chip, maybe outside of Trick Room. And so, you know, I decided to run Chopple. It also helps against Zapdos, but I don't think he's going to bring that. And the moves themselves are pretty standard. The other way I can outpace him is with Thundurus and Max Airstream. He does have a Weavile, which outspeeds the Thundurus, hence the Yachi Berry. It's pretty unusual that we face something that's faster than Thundurus, but Weavile isn't a very common max target, and even if it does max, Thundurus will live a Hailstorm because of the Yachi. You might notice the Kartana could also potentially outspeed this Thundurus. The Thundurus is not max speed, but I know Jamie, and he likes saving EVs, so I doubt he will run max speed Kartana. I think he will outspeed Urshifu, and that's it. And if that's the case, I can add a decent chunk of bulk by just metagaming him a little bit and doing just like speed creeping this stat that I expect him to be at. If he punishes me for it and runs like Jolly Sash Kartana, so be it. I'm willing to take that risk. I think I know Jamie well enough to say that this is reasonable. This is a pretty standard physical Thundurus, but it's not Defiant because he doesn't have great ways to drop my stats. Like, what can he do? He can Icy Wind the Weavile, which is he really going to do that into a Thundurus that is potentially Defiant? He can max Wormwind, again, like unusual for him to do. I think that clicking priority moves, in particular priority taunt, is going to be a lot more valuable, especially if he brings Cottony, because I naturally outspeed Cottony, and that Pokemon does absolutely nothing without status moves. And then we've got the double ground to cover the Marowak and the Nidoqueen. I really need the Nidoking to hit Tapu Fini, but the ice coverage is also really powerful into things like Dragonite, into things like Articuno, Zapdos, you know what I mean. And the Mamoswine has Thick Fat, which means it resists ice, which is actually really important. Like, ice coverage is really good, but this specifically hits Articuno, Zapdos, Nidoqueen, Cottony, Dragonite. Obviously, he's going to emphasize ice coverage as well because of our double flying types and Nidoking. So that's going to be the, I think, defining dynamic, and having a switch into that is really valuable. The reason I'm running Icicle Spear on this is to KO Dragonite around Multiscale. He has no reason to run Inner Focus because I do not have Intimidate on this team, and my Fake Out is on Jinx, which I'm not bringing. And so Icicle Crash sometimes doesn't actually get there if he's EV'd for it, but Icicle Spear always does. Let's hope for 5 Icicle Spear hits every time. That did not happen in testing. This move sucks. I hate it. But I have to run it this week. So, Togekiss is Babiri. It is bulky enough to live a +1 Steel Spike from Jolly Kartana, and it is basically a redirection bot. It also beats Kartana. That's the other thing. There's no Air Slash. I don't plan on maxing it, but I am EV'd to outspeed Weavile at +1 speed, assuming the Weavile is EV'd to outspeed the Thundurus, which is pretty likely. Again, this is based on what I know about Jamie, how he likes to EV his Pokemon. He really likes to make use of any additional bulk that he can get, so we're really metagaming him for that. I also think that I speed creep anything that might want to outspeed Thundurus at +1, because that would be hitting 120 speed, and I'm hitting 121 speed. and so that's going to be useful too. Finally, we've got Scarf Urshifu. This is a great cleanup Pokemon. It beats almost anything 1v1, and if I need to lead it, I can always just U-turn out. There's not much to say there. Poison Jab hits Feeny, and he can run Scarf Soak potentially. That was something that I ran into in testing. And so this outspeeds Modest Scarf Feeny. If he runs Max Speed Timid Feeny with Scarf, that's going to suck. But I wasn't going to run Jolly. I just needed the damage, and Adamant is 2 points short of hitting that benchmark if we are max speed. So I just dropped down a little bit. And yeah, that is all I've got. So thank you for sticking with XDL until the end, and I hope we can come out on top. All right, we're here. We're in finals. Gotta change the music. This should be the champion battle, right? This has got to be. Let's see if I can find it. It was Rose, right? Or is it there's another one? Tournament champion. There we go. This is perfect. This is it. This is it. Oh my god, this is exciting. Yeah, this is hype. Okay. Dragonite, Kartana. Sorry. Dragonite, Kartana, Marowak, the Togepi, Weavile, and Xurkitree. Okay, so, no Articuno, very interesting. Weavile is, of course, here. I think the Stakataka is going to put in work. The Xurkitree is actually terrifying. It, like, OHKOs everything, but I do have 2 ground types, and that's kind of the counterplay to that. But even then, in testing, it was still very scary if you managed to position it correctly. So, I just gotta respect that. I'm probably running double ground. Mamoswine, of course, is really good into the Dragonite, that's why it's there. The Dragonite could have extreme speed, and if it breaks down to Sash, that's bad. I don't know what to lead. Oh, man. I want Thundurus in late. I want Thundurus to come in on, like, after the Weavile goes down. So I think that leading... What else is a deterrent? Urshifu isn't great. I want Stakataka, and I want... Nuking is bad here. Holy crap. Let's go Urshifu. We want Mamoswine, and then I think I can drop Nidoking. I don't think it does very much. It does hit the Togepi, which is pretty good, but like my other things also hit that. And then Thundurus. And we have 2 Dynamaxes, potentially. We can either sack the Stakataka in the early game. There's no Nidoqueen, so he like has to max the Xurkitree to be able to do that, at which point the Mamoswine should be able to take it out, I hope. What speed does Xurkitree hit? Xurkitree could outspeed if it wanted to, I think. Yeah, Xurkitree could outspeed. But Weavile and Togepi, so a very defensive lead here. Unless he's planning on maxing the... unless he's planning on maxing this thing, at which point, you know, all bets are off. I want to play Rock Slide. I just want to get damage off. Damage is good, you know. And then... What can I do? I can U-turn off the Weavile and just, like, get in my Thunder. That's not great. I can Surging Strikes. I can Poison Jab the Togepi. I'm, in fact, revealing that I'm Scarf right away. But I think that's fine. I really think that's fine. I'm just going to go for the U-turn off the Weavile and get something else in. I can always switch back in, you know? Like, it's not a big deal. There's a Follow Me, yeah. And there's the U-turn, so he sees his Scarf. What is he going for? He could go for, like, a low kick here. I could bring in the Thundurus. Thundurus would just... I have to switch back out if I do that. That's not the worst thing in the world. Or it just forces out the Ice move, in which point I can max pretty safely. Let's go with that. Yeah, let's do that. Like, switching the Thundurus and forcing the Ice move, if he goes like going for low kick stuff, is... Yeah, okay, there we go. So this is huge. That is, you know, the item that... that is one of the big things that I prepared for. And Life Orb Weavile. Okay. So this was very clearly just like, he doesn't like Stakataka and wants to get rid of it. But this is a phenomenal position for us because the Weavile is gone. He has to bring in some sort of Thundurus counterplay. He doesn't really have Thundurus counterplay. And it also, I just have a Stakataka that can just potentially hit things hard as well. So either he gets rid of the Thundurus with like a Helping Hand Max Electric, which might not even KO, or he gets rid of something else. Let me see. So Circuitry, if it's not Life Orb, if it's Modest, and it's Dynamaxed, and it's got Helping Hand into Thunderous, which is, come on, not that Thunderous, which is, how much bulk? 92.4. Is not KO, so that's big. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to get another Rock Slide off, I think, and I'm just going to max. I should outspeed, right, no matter what. If he KOs if he KOs, it's totally okay to me if he KOs the Stack Attacker here. The Stack Attacker has done its job. It's gotten rid of the Weavile, which is the big deterrent to the Thunderous. And so I'm in an okay spot. He could max the Circuitry here, and yeah, he will. Unless he's maxing Togepi, which I don't think he can do. If he clicks Helping Hand, max Lightning, he should not KO. If he has a Magnet, will he KO? I think it might be a roll then. If he is Magnet Modest, it is a roll to kill. So maybe I was supposed to switch into, but okay, he didn't click Helping Hand either, so. And that didn't KO, so the Rock Slide's gonna have to pick it up. Actually, after an Airstream, the Stack Attacker might outspeed the Togepi. It will go down to a max Lightning. So if he like hits Sing, that would be really bad. Oh shoot, that might be what it comes down to. He might be going for Sing. I can't imagine what else he's going for here. This is terrifying. Yawn. Okay, sure. Sure. So now I get to bring in Mamoswine, I think. And I can Airstream to guarantee that I'm faster, and just let the Thunderous go to sleep, which is maybe iffy, but like, what am I getting punished by in the back? There's Kartana, there's Dragonite, right? And both of those things don't beat either of these Pokemon. So I can like high horsepower Circuitry and max Airstream to guarantee that I'm faster than everything is not bad. It could be Sash still, but even then, that's fine. Like, I'm getting the Airstream off no matter what, which means I can guarantee I'm faster. I could max Knuckle to, like, do more damage, but I don't think that's actually worth it. But we're just going to go for this. We're going to say getting the Airstream boost on Mamoswine is going to be enough, because Mamoswine is really well positioned here. The Kartana specifically could be a problem, but I have the Scarf Urshifu specific for that. I also need this to KO through Protect. So he's going to max guard. He's not going to max guard. Interesting. Did not KO through Protect. That is kind of scary now. So now this has to be really important. This just has to do a lot, right? Okay. Oh, it's Shaka. Okay. Sure, that makes sense. Double ground, right? Pretty reasonable. Here's the max Overgrowth, I assume? Yeah. No big deal. I am Sash, so I do live this. Okay. Get some health back. That's not going to be very important. Mamoswine, Thunderous goes to sleep. So Thunderous is probably supposed to switch out there, in hindsight. So now if I switch out Thunderous, it's a pretty safe switch out. It doesn't really get me anywhere, right? Because Mamoswine's going down, and then my Pokemon's on the field at the same time no matter what. So I think I just have to attack, let the Mamoswine go down, take my sleep turn, maybe hope for a one-turn sleep, potentially. Circuitry has taken 2 turns of Dynamax, so this is the 3rd turn. So let's just go for the Icicle Spear here. We can just KO the Togepi or whatever comes in, I think. And then we can, yeah, we're just taking our sleep turn here. We're gonna max Knuckle because we're faster than everything. Like if we get a 1-turn wake, that's really good. Yeah, this is the Follow Me. We can't 1-turn wake this turn. We can 1-turn wake next turn, right? And even then, like he's not gonna target down the Thunderous. I don't think he's gonna Jamie is really good at sleep. That's the thing that you should know about him. He's abused sleep for a long time. He is very good at understanding how many turns how many turns he needs to win the game. No, he's just going for the Thunderous. I'm just gonna live this. So this is actually fantastic for me, because now I just get to high horsepower, right? And I'm faster than everything. I could potentially go down to a like a switch in here, Kartana switch in. So he called the Urshifu switch out, right? But now I have a free-ish protect, right? Stalling a turn of sleep. The high horsepower will KO Circuitry from here. And if he KOs the Thunderous, then I get a free switch in. Otherwise, I'm getting like turns, which is just important. Superpower should KO Kartana, maybe, so I'm going to protect. Just going to protect. The punish to this is like Substitute. Substitute's a pretty big punish to this, for what it's worth. And we're going to Superpower card, because I think that the Circuitry is more or less covered for at this point. And if we wake up, we wake up. And if he KOs Thunderous, I get the free switch in, I think I'm in a good spot. Yeah, Circuitry protected here, so it's not going to get to protect next turn. I mean, he could. Back to how he has to. And, oh, that's huge. So now the game is over, provided I hit a high horsepower. Assuming he Leaf Blade into, yeah, okay, so that's huge. There it is! That's game 1! In fact, I don't even need to hit the high horsepower here. The Superpower will KO the Kartana, and the Icicle Spear will do enough at this point. So the 1 turn wake made it so that I had not a 5% chance of losing after that sequence of events, which is good. Because now Scarf Urshifu, which he knows is Scarf, and Outsped Weavile will pick up the Circuitry anyways. It's not Scarf Urshifu. This cannot be Scarf Circuitry because it's because he protected, right? So yeah, so this Superpower coming out, knocking it out. Icicle Spear doesn't actually need to hit 5 times here. It just needs to, like, it's putting it in range for a Surging Strikes or a Superpower or like whatever. It doesn't matter. It did very little. And there we go, 2 hits right there. There's the Thunderbolt, so that's fine. That's fine. He knows that I'm Scarf again. Like there's no hiding that. Revealing Surging Strikes is not something that is going to surprise him in any way. The fact that Urshifu is faster than Mamoswine shouldn't surprise him in any way. The Mamoswine is at +1 speed, so yeah, so he will find out that like Urshifu is faster than Mamoswine, but like Urshifu is supposed to be faster than Mamoswine. The fact that I'm not max speed is somewhat telling, and I am just going to Surging Strikes here. If he didn't catch that I was Scarf for some reason, maybe he's like really slow as Weavile, then that's like not great, but come on, like that's unreasonable, I think. So playing out of the like 5% loss rate is probably reasonable. I don't know, maybe it's just high horsepower and just conceal information if he missed it, but like I remember I thought Joe definitely knows some safety goggles in our top 8 set, and he missed it. That I wasn't taking Sandstorm Recoil until game 3, so you know, can't always assume those things. Yeah. He also might learn something from the like damage rolls, but like Urshifu is notorious for having like variable damage rolls because of the critical hits, which increases variance, and then because of the fact that it's 3 hits, which increases the potential spread. And so he might not learn actually that much. Maybe that I'm like, I am pretty close to max attack out of it. All right, so there's game 1. Oh my god. So that Chopal Berry, holy crap, that was so important. All right, now 1 game away. This is intense. Oh my god. Okay. What am I doing? I'm sure he took that time to think. I did not. Okay, so 1 turn wake was nice, but I think I had it locked up anyways. The late game Thunderous max was actually really important. It worked out really well. He saw all 4 Pokemon, which is fine. He saw Icicle Spear, so I think he's not going to bring the Dragonite. I think he's going to try to max Kartana here. He can like potentially low kick into Sacred Sword to pick up a KO. I just think Kartana is going to have an outsized impact in this game. Xurkitree having the Shucca Berry is impactful as well. I liked Urshifu. Urshifu in back was huge. It kind of endgames all of his Pokemon except for Dragonite. So Urshifu and Mamoswine feel like they're coming. Maybe Nidoking comes because I know that he has another way to do something, and then another way to like avoid an attack, and so having 2 attacks is going to be useful. That would be overcompensating a little bit, and Thundurus was really good at the end of the day. Like everything is so physically oriented that I really want Nidoking. If he doesn't lead Weavile, right? His Weavile strategy didn't work. So maybe I can lead these 2 and just say I'm going to start putting damage out. And then lead these 2 in back. I think Stack Attack is so good here. I can't believe I'm benching it. But I just think that he's going to go Xurkitree. He's either going to go Xurkitree or he's going to have a game plan for the Stack Attack. Right? Like, or you could, again, I'm calling him not to lead Weavile here. That's what I'm doing. I'm saying that Weavile didn't do what it was supposed to do, which is huge, right? It was really, really important that the Life Orb low kick that was meant to KO Stack Attack didn't KO Stack Attack. I think that was his entire game plan against it, and I think he's not going to lead it, and I am immediately wrong. Oh, good. Okay, good. Just immediately told that I have no idea what I'm talking about. But, so here's the deal. The Weavile has to click Fake Out this turn, right? Because otherwise the Urshifu can just close combat. I can click Max Airstream this turn, and I can switch in a Ground type, and then I should be in a good spot. To the point where I actually don't even want to hit the Weavile necessarily, because then I can Max Airstream Xurkitree into Max Knuckle and Ground Move the Weavile. Max Airstream Xurkitree into Max Knuckle Weavile and hit the... that seems reasonable, right? And then we go into, in this case, it would be... I don't want to lose the Sash, so I'm going to go Nidoking here. Nidoking is also better, is slightly more likely to take a stray, what's it called? Grass move, because it's a poison type. Yeah, it's neutral. Words are hard. He has to respect the Urshifu, right? He knows it's Scarf, he knows I can close combat the Weavile, and he has to say that, trading KOs isn't something that's in his best interest. He has to Thunderbolt the Urshifu, right? In some like, if he goes for a triple Axle into Max Lightning, this is potentially bad. I think I still live that because of the Yachi Berry, but it's not favorable by any means. But then, if I did just leave the Urshifu in, he lost. Immediately lost. So, we're like saying that he's going to respect that, but who knows? He could just call me out. And there's the triple Axle. Oh, it's huge! Oh, the avoid off 1! Oh my god, we are getting so lucky here. Oh god, that's crazy. Yeah, I think that's fair though. He said that, trading Urshifu for Weavile was like reasonable for him. And there's the Overgrowth. So just actually, yeah, the Overgrowth was a really safe play for him. I should live this though. Yeah, okay. I might go down to an Ice Shard. But if I go down to an Ice Shard and I get a Max Knuckle off onto Weavile, I'm chilling, to the point where I might actually, oh, maybe that was, no, that Mamoswine was bad. Mamoswine was wrong. We zero low kick and triple Axle, right? So, okay, so Weavile probably doesn't have Protect. The thing that wants to switch into a Max Knuckle is Togepi. And so if I'm doing this, I also want to, I think, Sludge Bomb the Weavile slot, just to like cover for a Togepi switch in, because the Xurkitree isn't actually that scary anymore. Or I want to Earth Power. I think I might just want to Earth Power as well. He could Ice Shard here. It's like pretty reasonable for him to do that. But I don't really want to protect it. Protecting is pretty reasonable here, actually. Yeah, let's just protect. That way we can like have a surefire way of getting rid of the Togepi later. No, it's supposed to Sludge Bomb. I had the read too. Oh no. Okay, I don't think he has Ice Shard then. Don't think he has Ice Shard. I don't think he would go for that if he had Ice Shard. But here we have to, Airstream should pick up Togepi, and then Earth Power should do a lot. There's the Overgrowth. Through Protect, I might live this. I don't think I do. Oh, yeah, no, I live that. I live that 100%. That's nice. So that turn, I think, was pretty even at the end of the day. Like, we both didn't do very much. We both got into positions that we're pretty okay with. Let's see. So, Airstream has to KO Togepi here. It might not. It really might not. I can also Knuckle the Xurkitree and Sludge Bomb, and say that's picking up the Togepi, right? And getting a little more damage off onto Xurkitree, because I'm at +1 here. But then I'm potentially investing 2 attacks in. I don't know if Airstream picks up, though, because I'm at +1, but he was very, very physically bulky. And getting the second Knuckle boost might just be more valuable. And Sludge Bomb should pick up the Togepi from here. So we're going to do this, and we're going to... Or I think we're going to double it. I don't think he's allowed to let Xurkitree go down yet. And I think this should pick up, if he doesn't max guard. Yeah, okay, so that was huge. That was a really valuable turn. Covering for Follow Me, but also like covering for the Protect it turned out pretty well. Because now I'm in a spot where I should be able to just pick up the KO onto the Togepi as well because of my because of my +2 attack stat at this point. Not quite enough damage though. But that is low HP. That is low enough that most things will KO it. And Wild Charge has to pick up the Togepi, which it should. It really should. There's the Beast Boost, yep. And I have to go Mamoswine here. I can't go Urshifu because Urshifu will not KO Togepi and it will not move first. I Airstreamed, right? Yeah, regardless, I have to go Mamoswine here. Like, he does have Energy Ball. The world in which the Wild Charge doesn't KO is the world in which he switches into the, the Marowak, I guess? He can Protect. So maybe Urshifu is better to cover for, like, a potential Protect. But, I have Ice Shard, too. Like, I don't know. I'm a little scared of Icicle Spearing because it means that I don't, like, really respect Weavile, but, I don't really respect Weavile. Is what we're saying. The Beast Boost is, like, scary. The Beast Boost means I could have flied. No, that's a little too risky. There's situations where this goes poorly. I just really need the Wild Charge to KO. But I have +2 attack, like, it better KO. And then I lose the Thundurus, is the thing. And then I lose Thundurus, and we trade 2 Pokemon for true Pokemon, is what happens. That didn't KO. Holy crap. And he also didn't... Wait a second, what? Not only that not KO, but he didn't attack. He could go for Dazzling Gleam? What's going on? I'm so confused. Icicle Spear sucked. Do you see how little damage that did? What if I just hit twice? Is he gonna Dazzle? Yawn. Okay, sure. So he really doesn't like the existence of Thundurus. That's reasonable, but what is he gonna do? Is he gonna... If he brings in Kartana, then he wants to probably cover for the switch, which is scary. That's where it starts to get spooky. We know he has Weavile in back, and Weavile does outspeed the Mamoswine, but it doesn't outspeed. Switch out Thundurus, then it's bad. We haven't seen Protect on Weavile. We haven't seen any moves on Weavile other than Low Kick and Triple Axle. Or I'm only in this position because I dodged the Triple Axle. Kartana. Okay. And Kartana... We saw Leaf Blade. We didn't see Protect. If I'm him, I am calling the Thundurus switch and Leaf Blading at the slot. Right? Or is he saying that it's okay if Thundurus switches out, I'll still win the game anyways? That's also a reasonable assertion, I think. If if he calls the switch, he calls the switch. I think he's going to make the safe play, saying that he's in a winning position right now. I haven't gotten through the line entirely, but I think that Boyt's the type of player who would like figure out the line where the safe line at this point, where it involves leaf blading the Mamoswine and saying it's okay if the thing, yeah, he goes for follow me, and then that means he's going for leaf blade. Yeah, okay. This Togepi is Eviolite with like relaxed nature. So what I want to do here, there's one of two things that can happen. I want to, I have to call which lies targeting, right? I need to keep the Urshifu alive because that's my answer to Weavile. If Urshifu goes down, then Weavile kills me. So I have to call that he's going to target down the Urshifu or the Mamoswine. I don't think that Urshifu gets there with U-turn. U-turn is doing like 9%. Yeah, no, it doesn't get there. But we are calling that he's targeting that slot, and we are going to just high horsepower. I'm afraid that Icicle Spear is going to hit twice and not do enough damage here. Helping Hand. Man, he was just totally okay with me close combating the slot. Or that means it's is Choice Scarf. Or sorry, Focus Sash. That's the item I was thinking of. Right, that's the other world in which this doesn't work out. Into? Yeah. Live? Actually, no, I don't want it to live. No, I want it to live. I want it to live. The crit is potentially unfortunate. I do have some bulk, but like, man, if I just close combated, I would have been in a sick spot. Now he's gonna fake out, and I can't stop the fake out, and then how do I win this now? He has to not have fake out, but like that's not reasonable. Okay, so we've seen all four moves from Togepi. It's Follow Me, Yawn, Protect, Helping Hand. We've seen Kartana has Leaf Blade, and that's it. So he fakes out Urshifu, Leaf Blades Urshifu, and that's it. Right, and then the game is over. And I just have to play like he doesn't have it. So we're gonna close combat Kartana because that's the thing that's scary. And I don't know. Well, Weavile can miss, right? Yeah, we're just targeting the Kartana down. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. It was supposed to be Icicle Spear because Icicle Spear does more damage if it hits 5 times. It gets around a potential Sash, I guess. He hasn't revealed the Sash yet. And the way he played that game, where he wasn't afraid of me close combating Kartana, seems to indicate. Oh wait, what? What? If I ice? Oh no, I should have. Wait, he doesn't have fake out. He doesn't have fake out. He doesn't have fake out. That's the only possible explanation for this, right? Otherwise, you just always make that play that I just described. And if he doesn't have fake out, then if I should, you know what? That is something that I should have seen coming given his pedigree. If I sharded into close combated, I won the game. I correctly identified it was Focus Sash. Ah, dang! Play to your outs. Okay, God, that was incorrect. You gotta play to your outs there. Okay, damn. That so easily could have been game if I just recognized that there's a world in which he doesn't have Focus Sash. Sorry, he doesn't have Fake Out. Man, what a strange. Okay. Right, like, yeah, okay. That just absolutely won the game if I had made the call correctly. Okay, no big deal, no big deal. Knowing that he doesn't have Fake Out is actually really important because it means I can lead the Urshifu really safely into Weavile, right? He just never gets to lead Weavile again. What's the punish to leading this? It's... Kartana isn't a punish. The Togepi is potentially a punish. I don't think he's allowed to bring Dragonite because of my Pokemon. The Kartana was still scary, but not really that bad because that wasn't really the thing that won the game. The Xurkitree was the thing that won the game, even though I brought double ground. but I have to bring double ground again, right? I don't have a choice. Dodging the... Dodging the triple axle matters insofar as I click max knuckle turn 1, right? And then I click max knuckle turn, max airstream turn 2. Or just airstream turn 1. I kind of want to leave the same thing, honestly. I kind of want to leave the same thing. Sack attack is so good. I can't believe I'm not bringing it. I don't have time to think of a game plan that involves Stack Attacker here. I just don't. That's frustrating though, because that was so. Oh man, okay. I couldn't have seen that coming. I should have played as though it was a possibility, especially since I had the read on Focus Sash, because he doesn't make the helping hand play unless he's Focus Sash, right? Because otherwise he just says, okay, I could potentially lose the game right here, and I don't think he's willing to do that. Okay, Weavile Togepi. So here I get to Airstream Surging Strikes, or Airstream Close Combat, probably Surging Strikes. I live the triple axle. No, I want to Close Combat. No, I want to Surging Strikes. Because then I don't really cover for a potential, like... No, not that one. I kind of just want to Close Combat Weavile and switch out, honestly. This is awful. This is awful because I don't have... But we're going to do it. We're going to do it. Play a little more defensively. He led really passively. There's no reason to Dynamax yet. I can get my Dynamax Pokemon in later in the game. That's a Max Weavile. He does not know that I'm Yachi Berry. If I just max, I won. This is an okay spot though, right? I don't think Weavile has great ways to hit the Urshifu. You can max Knuckle the Mamoswine. Yeah, this is Follow Me, so that's very reasonable. Maybe locking into Surging Strikes is better here. I got a little greedy. There's a world in which I max Urshifu. It's not this one, but there's a world in which I do it. There's the Hailstorm, so I should take this pretty comfortably. Again, the goal is to get rid of Weavile and then max the Thunder. Oh my god, what? Am I not Think That? Did I fuck up? No, it's Life Orb. It's just... No, that should be resisted. Did I screw this up? Oh no. Oh no. Don't tell me. Oh no. That's so frustrating. This is fine. I gotta check this though. It's a fuck! Ah, I screwed it up. I forgot to change the ability. Damn it. Okay. So, go back into Thundurus here. He has to follow me to cover for that. I shard. It's just the move that gets the most damage, right? Before he KOs me. That's so upsetting. That's just half damage. I mean, it probably like still 2 shots, so it's not a huge deal, but now he gets to like max Knuckle instead. He was max Knuckling anyways. If I just max at 1, oh no, okay. So here we're gonna calc this now. There's max Knuckle. Weavile +1 attack, Life Orb. Into a Thundurus. Into a 92 for Thundurus, I think. That has a Yachi Berry. That is also Dynamax. The Max Hailstorm is not being calced for whatever reason. No help in hand. We're just setting up on Slow Crush. I don't go down. Go down to a high roll. Alright. Does Togepi go down to a Surging Strikes? The next question. I don't think I have time to calculate. Do I think Togepi goes down to Surging Strikes? Am I willing to risk the entire tournament on Urshifu going down to a Surging Strikes? Yeah. Poison Jab. Poison Jab does more. Poison Jab will... Oh, Surging Strikes picks it up for sure, right? Yeah, he has not seen this. I should live this just barely. If he calls me out, I don't have time to think about this. If he calls me out and goes for a Helping Hand, then I'm fucked, right? To Togepi, I should have put these calcs in before. The calc is just fucking up on me. I don't know why. We're just Poison Jabbing. We're Poison Jabbing and Max Knuckling, and we're saying it gets there. This might be a huge misplay. If he goes for Helping Hand, I am beyond fucked here. And if he's Adamant, I also lose. But if he's Adamant, then he doesn't have to be Thunderous, so he has to be Jolly, and I should live this just barely. I might even go down to the Hail Chip afterwards. In which case, Surging Strikes was a significantly better play. Just to follow me. My damage calc is acting up, and I'm going to be really upset if I needed to Surging Strikes here. This should pick up. Yeah. Hailstorm into Yachi. Should live this, even though he's a +1. Yeah. Yeah. That's not even, then Max Knuckle. Okay. I just want to say, I have no idea how this game ends. It just totally depends on what he has in the back. 18-8, so I do go down to another turn of Hail Chip. So I don't have an option to protect unless I can change the weather, which I can't. I imagine Xurkitree is one of the Pokemon. I imagine Kartana is one of the Pokemon. He doesn't necessarily know that I go down to another turn of Hail Chip. And then I have the Nidoking in back. There's Kartana. We saw it was Focus Sash, so Hail Chip will put it out. And then there's the Xurkitree. So here are the options. If he takes a KO with Kartana, so my options are switch out Urshifu into Nidoking, tank an attack, and max 2 turns. Yeah, so there's one more turn. If he doubles the slot, then I'm screwed. Then I have to max knuckle the Kartana, right? Otherwise, I have to max knuckle the Xurkitree. I think this wins. I think this line wins. This is potentially also growing, right? Like, he has Protect on both. He could double Protect. He didn't double Protect, so Kartana's going down here. If Kartana's going down, then it comes down to, one, does he double target the... That might be in hail range, that might not be in hail range. Oh my goodness. Okay. If he doubles the Nidoking slot, then he might get there. Which he should. Yeah. Okay. Okay. It just comes down to if Urshifu gets there with a close combat onto Xurkitree. If I had targeted the Xurkitree, And if I just attacked, I won the game, right? If I poison jab, nax knuckled, I won. No, I didn't, because then Kartana took a KO. If I had poison jabbed and max knuckled Kartana, then I still didn't necessarily win the game, because he takes a KO with circuitry, and then yeah, okay. So this is what it comes down to: close combat into circuitry. I don't think I guessed it. I think he won. Yeah, that was close. If I had, yeah, that was close. That was a good game. Yeah. Wow. Okay, that was intense. That was a set worthy of a grand finals. You know. Yeah. I mean, what can I say? That was an intense set. That had so many different ways it could have gone. Congratulations to JamieBoyt for winning the XDL. Really happy for him. I mean, that finals was so crazy. Obviously I would have liked to have won, but I'm glad that the finals match was worthy of, was lived up to the billing. You know, really hype. He played extremely well, and yeah, I mean, he played it really well despite the fact that my team building text kind of beat his team building text. So, can I say, you know, he's one of the best players in the world. There's not much more to it. Okay, one more thing, edited in afterwards. I just calced the surging strikes into Togepi, and it would have KO'd. It would have done 50% minimum. Is that right? Really? Yeah, 50% minimum. And so the Togepi was in yellow. It would have KO'd. The +1 surging strikes always KO'd circuitry. So by clicking Poison Jab, I threw the game away. If I had clicked Surging Strikes on the penultimate turn of the game, or the third to last turn of the game, I would have won, and 100% of the time. So that's very frustrating. That is really annoying. So yeah, I mean, that's, again, preparation, just knowing my calc's important. Back to the actual recording. So yeah, thank you all for watching XDL. Really appreciate all of you guys tuning in to the series. I've had a lot of fun throughout the season. Like I said in my intro, thank you so much to all the people who have helped me out through the season. Thank you so much to all of you who have been watching throughout the season. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate all the support, and I'm hoping that I'm hoping that we can run it back at some point and do something else fun like this. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, I will see you all later.